what would be the best thing that someone can compliment you about? Do you think? If someone was to compliment you, what do you think you'll take the most pride in or make you the most joyful?
They talk about my fat dump truck of an ass, bro. Damn, you got a fat dumpy. Thank you. I know. So, Michael, we had my girlfriend, Jezrees.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really that much of a secret who she is.
No, it's not because you suck.
Dude, I know if I don't say it, I'm going to say it later on and it's going to be fucked. So I'll just say it. So Jezrees' birthday party.
Yep.
So we had it at Meriton last week, Saturday. And I want to ask you how you felt because you were like, well, I say low-key, you say high-key, an outsider.
Yes.
But I thought it's just interesting, right? Because these are like, even for me, I know all our friends.
Yeah.
And it's comfortable for me. Even if I didn't, I feel like I'm quite comfortable. What did you think?
Are we talking about like in general for the whole party first? Because there were stages where I was more outsider. So do you mean just like the general vibe?
I say general. Maybe like because you're talking about the beginning versus towards the end.
Yeah, very different.
When
like,
everyone was there, because we had like separate parts. How did you feel when everyone was there?
Okay, are we gonna reveal names or not? Just people. There were people there.
You might just say the initial. Yeah, I do, like
S. Okay. There's a girl S, and there's another girl I, and then there's girl C.
Yeah. Holy shit, I had to think that.
You're so stupid. Okay, so for context, how many people were there in that party overall? Not that many, like 6, right? 2, 4, 5, 5,
5, and then someone's boyfriend joined.
Yeah. So okay, so there were 5 of us, and only myself and you. As the guys. So how did I feel? To be honest, it wasn't like I've never met them before. So I was not meeting any of them for the first time.
Yeah, true.
So I actually felt pretty comfortable for the most part. And I think what really helps me feel comfortable in an environment where I'm not close to anyone is pure shit talk. You know when we played Exploding Kittens? And I had no idea. Exploding kittens. You're thinking explosive growth. Exploding kittens.
For some reason, I was thinking explosive shit. But anyways.
No, you got issues.
I do have issues.
So when we were playing Exploding Kittens and S was sitting next to me, I have no idea. I just went, fuck it. I'm going to fuck with her right now. And I used all my special cards to just make sure I eliminate her out of the game. And I think... not being afraid to, because I think maybe in the past I wouldn't do something like that, and like I remember I literally had a knee-jerk reaction because she said, "Do you really want to get me out of the game?" And normally in the past I'm like, no, I'm just joking, I won't do that because I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
But that time I was like, yeah, I do. I want to fucking get you out of the game, bitch. Like that's my heart and soul. And my goal is not to win, is not to lose. I've got to just come ahead of you. You know what I mean? And I barely knew her. But I just felt like creating that relationship helped ease things up really well.
Yeah.
And then that actually took over to the next game where she was on my ass, right? You know, she was on my ass when we played what's it called? The coin coup. When we played coup, and she was on my ass, right? And so, yeah, just doing things like that, I think really helped me feel really comfortable really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On top of that, I feel like when people are like a little bit awkward, a little bit uncomfortable, they bag on the people they know in common.
Yep.
And man, let me tell you, I was getting bagged that whole fucking night. From the moment they stepped in, I was getting bagged on.
It's just all S, right?
Even S and I.
Yeah.
As soon as I came and started bagging on me, here I am with a fucking platter. I'm like, hey guys, hope you're enjoying your day. Fuck you guys. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, it was just like, dang, I'm getting shit. And I think usually... Like, I'll be honest, I'm usually always the butt of the joke in parties because I usually know
Why
everyone.
is that? Do you invite yourself?
I think I invite myself to do it to make people like more comfortable.
I see.
You know, it's just like haha expense at myself. You know, I don't mind like people laughing at me, but it's a bit awkward when we're laughing at them. You know, so it's always I usually like to do it.
Just take it.
Yeah, because I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
But it's been a while, man. It's been a long time since we went out to a party, and it's been a long time since I've had to
Bear that burden.
bear that shit. Like, holy shit. Like, I was getting dicked on.
Yeah.
I was like, low key, like, I turn around, I hear shit, I turn back around. I'm like, who's talking shit now? God damn it.
Gosh. Do you think that really bothered you in that time?
No, I just didn't understand it. Like, why am I getting this much shit? I didn't, because that in that instance, I didn't invite it on.
Yeah.
You know, it was just
It just happened.
Usually I invited on, but I think like now I didn't.
And it was still targeted
I was
towards
still
you.
getting tired because I was so busy trying to like make sure Jez was having a good time.
Yeah, of course.
Because she told me she hates organizing, so I was like, let's do a party and I'll organize.
Yeah, right.
So I really wanted to be really nice for her.
Boyfriend material.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be perfect thing. And then in the midst, like I went, everyone sit down. I was getting everything ready. And then while I was getting everything ready, like talking, and I hear my name being flung out. I was like, my God, keep my name out of your mouth, you cunt.
Do you actually know what they were saying?
Oh yeah, I heard. Dude, it was a small place. I can hear anything, everything.
What kind of? I didn't even remember what kind of crap they were saying because the whole time, I just thought S was just so sarcastic.
Oh man, so
And
sarcastic.
I was like, oh my God.
I would say something, and I would, if I try to make a joke, like an example would be like, I make a joke, everyone else laughs, and S would just be like, yeah, fuck you, you know it was funny, just laugh. Like, why is there all this extra shit with it?
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Like you can't say anything without feeling like she's gonna absolutely embarrass you.
But it's fun. I actually like because she was probably the person I was least close to.
Yeah.
Because even I was friends with before you met Jez.
you're right,
That's how I met Jez, right? Through I.
You're right.
So like that's not too bad. But with S, I don't really talk to her that much.
Yeah.
So it was just interesting to know that's part of her personality. Because you know how you pin things on people that you just assume about them. Like,
oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I was telling you the other day, just at lunch today, how wrong I was about my impressions of people based
your
on
boo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael's future wife, if she watches. Here's the thing, because even when we're speaking about it, any of those people we mentioned will know we're talking about them.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah,
Anyways,
matter.
it's not like we're saying anything bad, right?
No.
We're not saying anything bad. We're just commenting on the situation.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
How I think I was really surprised by how much someone can speak up when you just press the right buttons. You know, like that was really, really impressive. Like C, you know, she's normally a little bit more quiet. I mean, she's actually not that quiet. Like she looks introverted, I think, just because she's like very petite and whatnot.
Or more maybe because
gentle.
Jez says she's like more
Oh,
introverted.
I
or
see.
Not maybe not introverted, but the way she describes her makes you think she is like.
But then when you actually get into a conversation, like I think the way I see it is just like, how open are they to giving you an answer that's more than what you asked for? So, like, if you just ask, like, oh, like, do you enjoy what you're doing? And they say, yeah, I do, or no, I don't. To me, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of hard to navigate. But if they're like, no, I don't really enjoy what I'm doing, but I actually really want to pursue this. This is what I'm really interested in, but I struggle. And I'm like, whoa, okay, like you're actually willing to share more than what I gave you as a kind of like initiator.
She's actually participating
in conversation, willing to open up and share. So I thought that was really good. And then it really opened up when you guys started talking about like anime and like to the point where like her whole body is animated as she's very passionately talking about.
It's because we're weebs.
Yeah,
bro. We
crap.
love that shit.
And I was like, wow. You know, like that's so so insane that when you just press the right buttons, everyone has a lot to say about something.
Surely something. Even if they don't know about it, sometimes I feel like you'll find out, like you say something and they'll have choice words on the subject. Do you think, like after that, do you think you're closer to any of them, or is it just the same ish? You know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't really say closer. It really depends. Like, is it going to be a little bit more comfortable the next time I see them? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
am I gonna start going out to lunch with them? Absolutely not. Like, not one-on-ones randomly or something. Like, so am I going to?
Yeah, they all dating you, fucker. You better stay away.
Are they
from
all?
them. Except I.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
But she's dating her work, so she
Oh,
might
yeah,
as
you're
well
right. No,
be.
I call that marriage. At that point, it's not even dating. She's furthering the journey. She's married to her work, man.
But respect.
Yeah, respect. So, am I closer? Not really, because I think it's quite hard unless it's intentional. I think the question is, do you now feel more primed to be able to be close with them? Yes, I do, because I know a lot more about them through conversation. Am I actually closer? No, because have I done anything? No.
Yeah, because that's the interesting thing. These people and us,
Yeah.
we have like no interaction in daily lives, but we're just forced together because we know someone else.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting, right? Because like I enjoy hanging out with them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I wasn't intentional, like you said, we will literally just go back to being not even really friends, just acquaintances.
Yeah.
You know, because friendship's more like, you know, the constant meeting up and stuff.
Yeah.
But if we only meet up when shit happens, that's more like, yeah.
It's not really.
Not really.
Like
I do think I know them a bit better.
Yeah.
Like I'll know. Yeah, I definitely know them a lot better, but I don't know if we're like, closer as friends.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it, right? Like in life, a huge part of friendship is convenience.
Yeah.
Right? Unless it's, I think in fact, it probably always starts with convenience first, and then it becomes inconvenient, and then you make a decision whether you want to stay with it and be intentional.
Yeah.
But because there is no convenience at all right now, it's very difficult for myself to see being friends with them. Like
Because
hanging
they
out
don't
regularly.
do anything that we do.
No.
You know, their hobbies are really different to yours. At least their hobbies are somewhat similar to mine.
Yeah.
But even then, I can't imagine. Also, because they're Jez's friends. That's also kind of like a barrier. Like maybe if we had met outside of the friendship, it's like a bit hard to like get to know them. Yeah, it's like very conscious. Like even for you and Jez, becoming friends. Was a very conscious decision.
Yeah.
You know, inviting them along. But that's the thing. I don't necessarily like that too much. It's like whenever you meet a friend, you have to bring a third along, and if it doesn't align, you know, if you're like really trying to become like friends with them, it feels like, because like if I, for example, wanted to meet C, I don't feel comfortable meeting her alone,
right,
without Jez.
You know
what I mean?
So that now that friendship is pinned on the
Jez,
presence of or presence
and it
of
feels
Jez.
weird for me to be like, hey, do you want to come out with Jez and I? Because then she's third wheeling.
Yeah.
You know, whereas it's different if it's like two friends and then they're like, oh, we really like this person, let's bring them along.
Yeah.
That's not third wheeling. Yeah, but
does it for you does it matter that she's female?
A little bit. I would say it doesn't matter too much, but there is like, it matters. Like, I think if it was a dude and I really fucking like the dude,
Yeah, go
I'm pretty. Yeah, fucking so cringe, cunt. Whatever. I think I would message him and be like, "Yo, like, I'd be down to hang out one-on-one with one of Jez's guys' friends."
Yeah.
But even then, maybe not, because then I'm conscious of maybe taking a friend away and making the, you know, like what happens if you break up? Now that friend has to be like choose between.
True.
You know what I mean. So even then, maybe a bit conscious. But if you played Val or something, you know, I'd ask him to hop on and stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
like, or if they were into bouldering or something, I'm down. But yeah, I do think them being girls makes me more conscious. Yeah.
So long story short, it's just hard to make friends.
So hard.
It's
man.
so hard to make friends.
Dude, we're losers, man. We're losers with no friends. It's hard.
Anyone wants to be friends? Applications.
Hey, but nah, not applications. You can knock on the door of.
Yeah, give me the address. Just come in.
Just come, pull up. We'll pull up on you. But I can kind of count on my one hand.
Yeah.
The amount of friends I have. You know.
Yeah.
We're crazy. Like in high school, no way, bro.
Yeah.
Like no way you can count on your hands. But nowadays, man, like actually, but I don't feel sad because of it.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I don't feel any.
You don't feel like there's a deficiency?
Nah. If anything, more happier, happy with the situation.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not gonna get fucking backstabbed or anything by the people I have chosen.
No.
Among Us?
Imposter, bitch.
You played the long game.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for this day you say something stupid like that out of confidence and you get backstabbed straight away.
We've been friends for like 8+ years. Now is the fucking day he's finally let his guard down. It's time. I was like, what the fuck?
Shit.
Yeah.
I think, like, you were asking me the other day, do I ever crave being in part of a group?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't mean like a group of 2 or 3, like a large
Large
bro
group,
you know, like they always hang out. And I think like the point is, I can't even, it's literally just my decision not to do that because I can't commit to spending all that time with them. I barely have time to go on dinners with anyone. It's ridiculous. Like, if Frank ever listens to this, I'm so sorry because holy shit, like things just kept coming up and I get one like weekend dinner or something. And so it just, every time I delay, it's another whole week. It's another whole week.
That's true.
You know, and I can't even do that for people I really care about on a one-to-one basis here and there. How the hell am I going to be able to like commit to an entire group and hang out with them constantly?
The thing with the groups though, that's like for people to go out a lot, you know, like people that go out Friday night, Saturday night,
right?
Go to the clubs.
Yeah.
You don't really need to keep like throughout the week. You just need to kind of keep that free.
Oh.
And you hop into the pub or you hop into the club and you're doof, doof, doof. And you're like, that's what groups are for, right? That's what I feel like. Or you might go on like trips together and shit. But like if you're doing the one-on-one meetups and stuff, you'll have like a closer friend.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's like usually you have the close friend and then you have the group that you hang out with, you know? So it'd be like, we're the close friends and then maybe there's like a whole group of people that were like, yeah, we'll come to the party.
Yeah.
And then we'll come together. Like, who do you rock up with to the party? It'll probably be us. We'll like probably ride share it. You know? That type beat, yeah.
Do you feel like if you had to, because I know someone at a catch up recently, and they were like to me, like, who are your close friends right now? And I was just like listing people, and they were like, oh, they're all the same people from high school. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, they are. And I think the sentiment that I got with a statement like that is, it felt like they were saying to me that I didn't expose myself to new people, and therefore I'm the same person. Have you ever have that commentary on you? And how do you feel about that?
No, you know what? I actually had a conversation with someone and
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, like I don't really hang out with people from school anymore. I say that.
Right.
I was like, oh, but you're best friends with Michael. And I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, Michael went to my school because of how much we've done growing outside of school. You know? We didn't hang out at school at all, actually.
Nah, barely, barely.
Maybe for the first year we would hang out, but after that we were just like,
Because you had a girlfriend.
yeah, dude, I was too busy. Shit. Always had a girlfriend. Shit. You know, I don't got time for no fucking bros. Fuck that. Everyone was like, bros before hoes. Nah. Nah, not here. None of that here. None of that. That's kind of gay. Cancelled that.
Moving on. Oh my gosh.
Anyways, but yeah, it was surprising because I was like, holy shit. I actually don't even consider you a high school friend because you don't fit under the term high school friend to me. You're not someone that we were only friends because we went to the same class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Literally, we had no classes together.
None.
None.
Actually, yeah, none.
No
Oh my
classes.
gosh, yeah.
After the first year you came to school,
Yeah.
no classes.
Yep.
Once again, friends out of convenience.
Yep.
And then it became an inconvenience to become friends, and you know, we were still friends, and that was a big thing to me, and we stuck
Stuck
to
it out
yeah.
since, yeah.
So it's like, to me, you're not a high school friend.
Right.
Yeah.
So when someone makes the comment of like, oh, you just know the same people from high school, it's like, that's a valid statement if you're assuming that the person you met from high school has not, like that person hasn't changed. Like they are still
Yeah.
the exact same high schooler.
Yeah, like sure, maybe you can assume, but we have grown in the same direction.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have both grown so much. But also, the funny thing is, I actually know, like, when I was first, like, at Apple,
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends there
Oh, yeah.
that
yeah.
I no longer talk to. Then Australian Badminton Academy, a lot of friends there I no longer talk to.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have gone through tons and tons of friends actually.
Oh, like just meeting different like groups and communities of people.
Groups and making friends, you know, bouldering as well.
Oh, true.
Basketball as well.
Yeah.
But you know what? The one thing is, as soon as that community fades away, I stopped doing that or I stopped going to work. They faded away. So what does that say? Like, actually, I didn't have the same level of friendship. Like, that's why I tell people, like, who are your friends and who are your close friends?
Yeah.
You're a friend to me. Like, people would describe you as a best friend, close friend, but you're just a friend to me because everyone else that people call friends, I call acquaintances. You know? You know, they're not people I'm gonna, like my friends, you know, there's a key distinction there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very different.
Like your perception or criteria for what friendship looks like is what others would be like, wow, you guys are like tight. You guys are like besties and bros. But for you, like that is what a friend is supposed to be. Like people who do life together.
Exactly.
People, like it's a long journey together. But that's special to other people.
Yeah. So I think for me, I don't really care about whatever the connotation is. Oh, you've still got the same friends from high school, because my friends are not the friends they're talking about. They're talking about acquaintances. I don't have the same acquaintances.
Yeah.
But my friends are the same, yes, because they are friends. Once they're friends, to me, that's not a 2-year, 3-year thing.
Yeah.
That's at least 10, 15 years. Then you can maybe think about getting an upgrade. But until then,
so I'm on an 8-year contract. Right? I've got a few more years left.
You got your extension. You had your rookie contract for 3 years, and then you got an extension.
Oh, fantastic! I'm so glad.
Yeah, I don't think you got a max though. I don't think you got a max.
Oh wow, bitch! Let me show you what I'm made of. Give me 2 more years. You're gonna want to max it out, crazy. Yeah. That's really interesting. Yeah, because I don't know, like it definitely, like when you hear it, it doesn't sound very good. It's as if I made no friends, and I'm like, no, I've met tons of people in my time at uni. I've met people at 180. I've met people when I was at BSOC camp. I met people when I was working at Hero. I've met people when I went to Austin. Like I met people when I went to church. Like there are tons of communities that even cycling. Like I've been in a ton of communities and I met people. Same as you.
Sure, bro.
All right. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna stop this. I'm about to punch the shit out of you. You better catch his hands.
Shit.
When it's true or not, whatever.
Whatever.
And it's like it's not. And maybe I think it's definitely a friendship needs effort, and I just didn't put effort into investing more into those friendships. But I think at the end of the day, it's also like, do I want to? Like, did I find the right person that I want to invest so much into a friendship with?
Yeah.
Because it takes so much work, man. It takes so much work and like care. It's as much, honestly, as a relationship, to me. It is a lot of work. Yeah,
100%.
right. And I just never felt the conviction that I met someone and I wanted to do that. Like, even if I met someone amazing, it's like, oh, wow, I would love to catch up with you here and there so we can like bounce ideas and we can learn off each other. But it's not like, oh, I want to keep in constant contact with you, share my day-to-day struggles. When I have new random ideas, when I'm going through phases, I want to share all of that with you. So yeah, I guess it's a bit jarring when someone first makes that kind of comment. And then I think to myself, okay, their assumption is, therefore, I am pretty much the same person or similar person in high school. Is that true? And if I don't think that's true, then heck, the hell does it matter what they say about me or what they think about me? Is it just because I am friends with you and we went to the same high school? Does that mean I haven't developed as a person? Does that mean I haven't been broken out of my comfort zone? Does that mean we don't challenge each other? If the answer is literally no to all of those things, then why the fuck does it matter that we just happen to go to the same high school? Yeah.
Why should we be discounted because of the fact?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's an interesting one.
But I think it's whenever someone assumes something about you, you feel kind of like, oh, wow, you made an assumption about me.
Yeah.
I wonder, it's a big assumption to make. And it's just a little bit like, I don't know, upsetting. It doesn't really upset you, but it does. It's on your mind when people make assumptions about you that are very obvious. They don't even have to say it.
Yeah.
Make assumptions.
Yeah.
Like, anybody, like mainly parents fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like you talk to parents, even in our, you can just tell they make assumptions about you. That's a bit jarring, or like not jarring, but maybe a little bit damn.
Yeah.
They made an assumption and I can feel it.
And it's like, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, if I dispute them on it, I look really petty.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like
you need to prove yourself and make a point about yourself to everyone.
But why? Like, it doesn't have to be like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as you know, it's still fucking annoying. It's
Yeah.
like when you're driving and you make one mistake and people are like, that guy's Asian as shit at driving. And you're like, you feel the stares.
Yeah.
You know when they come up next to you, they give you the dirty.
Do you ever look back at them?
Yeah. Like,
So you stared them down.
If I think it's kind of stupid, like, you know, sometimes you make a mistake, not really a mistake,
Yeah,
but they
yeah,
fucking take grievance to it. They pull up next to you and you're just like, what? You know, sometimes I have the intrusive thought, like at a roundabout, they beep you, right? Because you might have missed one turn, like a fucking millisecond.
Oh, yeah.
I want to sometimes park the fucking car and just leave the car, you know, sometimes.
Oh, no, relax, man. At least have some baseball bats in your trunk.
That's how I get shot. You know what I mean? That's actually how you get yourself
I
killed.
just imagine you stare them down out for a shit and they just smile and they whip out a gun.
And he's like, oh, shit.
Fucked. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, you think you're so hard. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
cooked as.
I don't know about that.
How often do you actually meet up with peeps, would you say?
Okay, like with friends that I do meet up with, but irregularly. Oh man, far out, man. Months, yeah. Holy shit, it is months.
But how many friends do you have that you would
That
irregularly?
I would do that? Maybe like 3 to 4. Yeah, around 3, 4. Yeah, around 3 to 4. Not that many.
Yeah.
And you know, like the thing is, I don't mind it that much because sometimes when you do go through gaps and periods of 3-6 months, like with these people, I can meet up with them and it's like we were talking yesterday.
True.
So it doesn't feel like it's been 6 months of distance and strangerness.
Yeah.
Yet in 6 months, so much can happen. So then I always look forward to like, wow, what's happened in the last 6 months? And you know, sometimes you hear like crazy stories. Sometimes it's not much has happened and that's okay too. But there's just a lot of content to catch up on.
You're a binger.
Yeah, exactly. I love that, man.
You're
Just
a binger.
store it all up. Don't tell me about your fucking shit day. Tell me in 3 months' time, all in one go.
True.
Yeah. So kind of like that. Yeah, a couple of months at a time. Yeah.
So I'm a loser. I have no one.
That you'll do that with?
I do.
You literally did that twice. In
Yeah,
the last
but that's
fortnight.
because I felt like I was a loser, so I decided to reach out. See, that's very different.
But you know they're friends because they said yes and came out. You know, so there are people that you could have.
Well, one of
continued doing
them,
it with.
I said I will buy him fucking lunch. So I
Oh, you had to
hoard him
sell
out.
yourself for it. You bought
I
him
hoard him out.
Loser.
You motherfucker. Yeah. It is what it is, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't mind paying for lunch if that's the thing that's holding them back, you know? Because some people, you know.
Is that really the reason they gave you? Bullshit. They said, oh, I can't come out, dude. I'm too broke.
Oh, no, he just mentioned it. I was like, yeah, don't worry, I'll pay for lunch.
What
Dude,
the fuck did
some
they
people-
say, bro?
Some
What?
people
That's
don't want to buy
crazy.
lunch, man.
That's insane.
Just different lifestyles,
No,
man.
I
You
can't
can't
understand
relate.
that.
You
I
can't
can't
relate,
understand.
bro.
No, I can't.
When I was on the street, how did you get me out? You had to buy me lunch.
Yeah, but like the difference is, it's like were they making comments to make you feel like you should pay for them because they're
No.
so broke? Because
I
that's what it
just-
sounded like.
No, I just said it straight away.
Oh, so you had a feeling they were struggling.
Oh, no. He was just like, my budget's $5 a day. I don't know if I can. I said, boom, don't worry. I'll cover it. It happens, bro.
$5 a
People,
day.
like, they're
Oh, shit,
saving.
okay.
They want to save, like, really, really
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
And worth it to them, yeah. I understand.
I
That's
see.
how it was back then as well. Like, just
Okay.
you're earning like what? Maybe earning 500 a week.
Yeah.
Your rent's like 200. You want to save the rest.
Yeah.
This is the budget for the week. Makes sense to me. See, you just haven't had the struggle. You
I haven't.
Asian privilege.
Holy shit! You know what? You know what that brings me to another thing
Uh-huh.
is like, Whenever I go into DNMs with people,
Uh-huh.
I feel like I can't. Okay, I used to think this. I no longer think this.
Maybe you should start fucking thinking.
He's like, bring that thought back up, kid. You need it. You need
Maybe you should.
it. And it's like, yeah, people for some reason seem to go through so much fucking struggle in their life, like crazy amounts of struggle. And I'm like, oh shit, my life's so comfortable then.
It's like
I don't have those. When I was 6, X happened.
yeah, you meet up and you're talking about your struggles. Like, dude, I didn't get $3,000 this week. I only got 2,950.
Yo,
woe is me.
fuck off.
And then the other guy's like, oh, dude, that is so sad. I just got fucking hit with a baseball bat last week. And you're like, yeah, that's not that bad.
Dude, you make me sound like the most privileged fish out there.
You are a privileged piece of
Come
shit.
on, man. You know what? Hey, am I gonna deny I've had a very comfortable life? No. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna make some sob story of me being 12 and beat the shit out of the house.
I can write it up for you. I can write it up.
You know what? I need one. Can you script one? I'll
write
pay you
the
for it.
script.
Yeah, so I don't have any of those, but it's not like, doesn't mean I don't go through struggle. Of course fucking not. I just feel like I've never I don't have this narrative that I paint of my life where it's the chapters or the checkpoints are struggle based. So some people paint a narrative about their life like, oh, this is who I am today. And it's more or less marked by these 2 struggles that I've had. And those are like changing and pivotal and whatnot. I'm not saying it's a lie or whatnot, but that's just not the way I see my own narrative. Like my own narrative is the people I meet and what they've shared with me and then how that's influenced my life. And then I go pursue something and then I learn something else and then blah, 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 blah. And then it just goes on and on from there.
Yeah.
Like Austin was life-changing. And then going to Hero was life-changing. In good ways. Doesn't mean I didn't have fucking struggles there. No, absolutely not. But it's just, I think I frame it in a more, at least the way I see it, in a more positive way, as opposed to, yeah, I got trashed in this situation and I bounced back. And
Lord
this is my
have
win
mercy
story.
when I went to Austin.
Do you want to tell
No,
the
I'm
guy?
not fucking bringing that story up. Just know the experiences, same place, different people. You're 1 year apart. Lord, the difference is amazing.
Shit.
But I agree. It's like, you can I think even for myself, there are ways to portray my life that can really get pity out of people.
Yeah.
I know the way to portray my life that make people feel like, holy shit, you've had a hard life. So easy to do that.
Yeah.
Whereas if I don't bring it up, if I don't try to make people feel the pity for myself, I don't feel pity for myself. Like I only try to get pity from people when I feel pity for myself. But now I have no pity for my situation. If anything, I'm like, you should just fucking grow up. Some people actually have struggle in their lives, that can't be solved by that. But I think my struggle was literally just, grow up a little bit faster than the rest. Yes, a bit unlucky, but nothing I couldn't deal with. Like I'm still here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people literally can't deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, right? So it's just like, I think for me, I'm like the opposite to you. You're like, you had to validate your struggles.
Yeah.
You had to validate your struggles. For me, I had to invalidate them almost and be like, no, your struggles fucking mean nothing. Yeah. Because I am so like, oh, woe is me. Look at my life. It's so hard. I had to be like, no, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, you should just be stronger. And that brought me to the baseline as I was thinking that. Yeah. And I was like, actually, struggles are valid, but they're not the worst struggles. I need to calm down and just live, So it's
That's interesting.
Yeah. You were from this side to the middle. I went from the other side to the middle.
Yeah.
And we're somewhat similar.
Yeah. I think I used to think that because I didn't live through certain experiences that others had, that were really, really, really difficult, it made me someone that was unempathetic. Like I thought I didn't have a capability to empathize. And I think that was maybe a tag that I labeled myself. And then it just became growing. It just grew over time because I would validate it. Oh yeah, I can't empathize. I just don't understand. But actually you don't have to have gone through those exact experiences to be able to be someone that can be highly empathetic and actually still be there for them during their experiences. And like, I think that you saying me being a good listener is perhaps why I've tried to become a better listener, is knowing that, okay, wait, to be empathetic does not necessarily mean I have to have gone through it and I can relate exactly. But if I listen well enough and I listen for long enough and attentively enough, I can start to see how you're feeling. And then I can just check with you. Is this what you mean? Like, is this how you feel? So you're right. Like, I literally felt like I had this crazy thing where I was like, maybe I should just create some fucking tragedy in my life.
Yeah, I can fucking beat your ass. Don't worry.
You sure, bitch? This is going to be one of my winning stories in my narrative, because I'm going to beat your ass.
Well, you grabbed the stick, you turned it on your dude. But yeah, I think actually on that point, just because you went through what someone else went through doesn't actually make you empathetic. Your experiences are so different, but if you assume your experiences are the same,
that's even worse sometimes.
Yeah, you're not empathetic. You're just someone that thinks they know what the other person went through, but everyone's experience is different, you know? Like, yeah, you can't just make blanket statements on anyone. So if anything, sometimes not having gone through it makes you a better person to speak to rather than someone that did. Because how often have you had an issue in your life that you go to someone that has gone through it themselves and gotten fucking shit advice?
Yeah,
because they are too far removed now and they just remember the angle. They're like, oh, the way I dealt with it was just stop caring about it, you know?
And that's
just
it.
like,
Yeah.
like, think about how people talk about HSC and the people that give really shit advice. It's all the ones that got through it, realized it actually didn't matter that much.
Yeah.
In the scheme of things. And what is the advice? Dude, HSC doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. HSC doesn't matter.
Worst fucking advice.
How bad is that advice?
Yeah.
To these people, they're fucking dying to get their shit done, literally week on week, and your advice is just care less.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. That's how I got over it, because they had finished their exam.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, those people that can say that can only say that because they actually grinded it out and got a good result.
Yeah.
No one who actually would, let's say they're like, yeah, I don't care, give up. And then they just keep sharing that advice. It's not like that. It's always like the high performing students and ATAR means nothing, but they're carrying a 99.95 on their shoulder while saying that shit. And it's like, yo, fuck, man, that's so arrogant of you.
Yeah.
To kind of say that. And I think maybe, I don't know if I did, to be honest. I'm not sure if I ever said it like that. But the advice now is very different.
100%.
You gotta, I think the best way to help someone that's struggling through it is to fall back into the trenches with them.
Yeah.
And just be like, how are you feeling right now? Because, I think a student actually recently texted me. I was like, oh my God, I bombed the exam. And I was like, shit, what happened? And she was like, it was like a prac task, and one of the pieces of equipment was not working. So she lost a lot of time. And I was like, okay, she must feel so shit right now. Let me make sure I can feel what she feels. And I was like, oh shit, I know exactly how that feels in a prac task, because you're so time tight. Your hands must have been shaking. Have you ever felt that? Like, you're in a prac task and there's so much shit you have to do, and the time's going and you're panicking and your hands start fucking shaking.
Nah, I'm chilling. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Why?
You're just like,
yeah. Time crunch? Nah, dude, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's too much time.
Dude, titration, there's many steps. Not if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You just pour it in on the time.
I thought there were 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, oh shit, you must have panicked so much, were your hands shaking and stuff. And she's like, yeah, that's how I felt. And I think once you show that person that you know what they're feeling, then they start being open to hearing other advice as well. But if you can't relate to them deeply enough, nothing you say matters.
Yeah.
Because they're like, dude, you don't even really understand what I'm going through. So the step 1 is just really, really be in the trenches with them. And if you don't get into it, if you can't get there, fuck all the advice you're going to give, because it literally does not matter. People do not take it in.
Well, exactly. Well, if you can't put yourself in the same position as them, your advice is meaningless in the most part anyways, because you don't know what it is to go from that to outside of it, And the main thing is with advice giving, you have to be in the moment with them. Literally, they're coming to you and they're looking at the angle of you are, but you actually have to stand next to them.
Yep.
And be like, okay, I'm right next to you. this is what it looks like. Help them describe it. Help them flesh it out themselves.
Yeah.
And then you help them find the steps their own way. You can't tell them this is the way to do it. You need to help them find those steps. Yeah. Otherwise,
They need to convince themselves.
Well, because they have to fucking live it, right?
Yeah.
They can't live it.
Because you say the advice and there you go, and you're gone living your life, you know, and they're left still struggling with that problem.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a big thing. Yeah.
What would be the best thing that someone can compliment you about? Do you think? If someone was to compliment you, what do you think you'll take the most pride in or make you the most joyful?
They talk about my fat dump truck of an ass, bro. Damn, you got a fat dumpy. Thank you. I know.
This is stupid.
I think anything that I have started that I'm working hard on, and they notice the hard work, and they're just like, yo, fuck, you must have worked so hard. I hate when people are like, oh, you're just good at it. You're just good at this. I'm so jealous that you can do this because you're like business minded or something. Like, I dislike that so much because it's like you're discounting how hard and how uncomfortable I was at the beginning to do it. Like, imagine for anything you had to do that people were like, oh, it must have been, you're just business minded.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's like, bitch, what?
What? You think starting this wasn't as uncomfortable as it was for you, as it was for me? You know, like it would have been the same.
Yeah.
You know, all these things that I've had to do are not easy things.
Yeah.
They're like very hard, very uncomfortable. I feel like quitting at any moment, yet I stuck to it, you know?
Yeah.
That if they can understand that and appreciate it for you, because sometimes you don't even appreciate it. If they can appreciate it for you, then you're like, yeah, actually, I did put a fucking shit ton of time into this and really cared about it,
It's the, what we were reading, right, about event versus process.
Yeah.
It's that classic idea of there is always a process behind greatness and events are just byproducts of process.
Yeah.
Like the consistent hard work, the failures, the pivots, the tears, and certain events is all people can see. And then that's what they make, a lot of the times they make a judgment or an assumption about. And so we think, for example, like there are so many people who are, let's say, multimillionaires. And then we do a 5-second Google search of what did they do? And it's like, oh, they started this like really simple business and now they're a millionaire. And what do people think? Oh, they're so lucky. Fuck, if I thought of that idea too at the time and I was also during the .com bubble, I would also be a multimillionaire. But it's like, bitch, do you know that guy read 300 books before getting to that state? Do you know that guy was working dirty jobs because he was not willing to walk the corporate life? Like, do you know that guy lost a girlfriend, had the invalidation of his parents? Do you know that guy was like, I had to move another city because he was struggling so much with the weather and how it affected his mental state? It's like, you don't know any of that shit. And all you see is you think he was lucky and lucked out, having a great idea at one point, and you don't have that. Like, fuck off.
I mean, there is a certain degree of luck. I always think luck is part of it.
Yeah.
But, like, let's say you envy someone that won $10 million in the lottery.
Oh, I see.
But you've never entered the lottery yourself. And you're like, fuck, I could have earned $10 million if I entered the lottery, but you never entered the lottery.
Yep.
Yeah. And you look at the winner and you're like, fuck, he's just so lucky. But he's the one that bought lottery tickets every single week, you know, consistently.
Yeah.
You know, he's down fucking 10K in money buying the lottery tickets and he finally got cashed out on it, you know. There's a lot of luck in life, 100%. A lot of luck in terms of privilege and everything.
Yes.
But what can you control? You can't control that, right?
Yeah.
Some people just click, some people don't. You just need to fucking keep going at it. Otherwise, it's GG.
Yeah. That example of like, I will be jealous or I am envious or jealous of someone who bought the lottery ticket and they lucked out. Like, yeah, it is pure luck that they won. Let's not give credit to that. But the credit is that they were willing to bet.
Yeah.
And what the action of betting, what it does is it births probability to a dreamy situation.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's like, again, when we're reading that book, like two people, like the guy who goes out and starts talking to people, like, yeah, he eventually lucks out and talks to the right person. But how did he end up lucking out and talking to the right person? Because he also talked to 500 other people.
Yeah.
And you're sitting on your lounge watching fucking, I don't know, Love Island or some shit. And Like, yeah, you're not lucky because the guy that you were supposed to talk to didn't come to your fucking address and knock at your door. Like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
So people who just go out there, do things, learn, expose themselves, they do eventually, luck plays a part in their journey, but they also were willing to give probability to those lucky circumstances.
Yeah, and I think you really need to understand both parts, because there are two types of people that people look at and like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like the person that's like, nah, it's all my hard work. Luck didn't play any part in this. I worked for it all myself. No, there's always luck involved. Versus the person's like, oh, it's just all luck. No hard work is involved. Like, you need a balance. And everything in life, you need a balance. And this is exactly where you need it. You needed to put enough time and effort into it that you allowed luck to foster in your life. Yeah.
And you know what? Like, how you know if you're like, how do you know how you feel? Like, as a person, do you feel like it's all lucky? Do you feel like it's all hard work? A very simple question that I heard on the radio the other day is, if someone asks you right now, you are who you are today, give me 5 people you want to say thank you to. And apparently someone was given that question and they legit froze. They couldn't think of any fucking names. And I'm like, holy shit. That's how ungrateful people are, that when asked who you want to thank, no names come to mind. As if none of those people that through luck or whatever came into your life, said the right things at the right time to shape who you are, open doors of opportunities for you, or even just shifted your mindset by 1 degree. And that was actually what was necessary to get you to who you are today. And you don't thank them at all. You don't think about them at all. And I'm like, fuck. I was like, let's make sure right now. I was like doing the exercise. Okay, who do I want to thank? Right. And like just people coming to my head.
Yeah, fuck that. I want to thank absolutely fucking nobody. I got nobody to thank.
Yeah, you know, so yeah, for you guys, like, whatever position you're in, is there someone that you want to thank? And if there's not, man, you got to think, because there is definitely some people, there is someone in your life, at least one, that you can thank them for what they've done for you. And I say one of the biggest regrets that I know is when I forget to show gratitude to people who have unconditionally helped me and never asked for anything back. And I forget to show appreciation or acknowledge what they did for me, you know, and I want to make sure I like don't do that. Yeah. Again.
All right. We're going to do a shorter episode today. So this has to wrap it up. Once again, thank you for listening. If you're still here till the end, make sure you catch us on YouTube and Spotify. And to all the friends who are telling us that you are literally, you've been watching every single episode. That's so sweet, because it's, I never expected it, you know, so I get surprised. Because normally you would expect them watch. Yeah, because you got no friends. That's why it's surprising.
It's like, wait, who are you again?
Hey, Michael, I just want to tell you how good of a podcast it is.
Like, sorry, what?
New number, who this?
He's like, yeah, this is Michael speaking. Sorry, who's this? To the friends who have been constantly watching and just enjoying the content and supporting, really, really thankful. And hopefully we can continue to have fun conversations for you. Take care. Have a great week.
Easy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.